Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a redesign on my nail. So a few weeks back you will have seen me do the pink design. This time we are going green. Now for my pinky and my index finger, they were both done in white. So all I'm doing is just going to infill those because I'm going to keep them white. I'm going to try something slightly different in this design. In fact, there's a couple of things I'm going to try slightly differently and see how they work out. So all I'm doing, as you can see, is I'm just backfilling, try and neaten that up, which it just didn't want to particularly play for me. But that's all right because I'll just come in, add another little bead just to smooth all that out. And obviously it gets filed and it's all good. It's fine. There we go. I'm just going to add a little bit more into that little pothole going there in the corner. Okay, so that is in. This is obviously in real time as well. There are some bits of this that I have sped up a bit, but I just thought I'd leave in here just doing the infill on one nail. Okay, so now we're going to move on. I am using, this is Venus from Moyra. It's beautiful green. We all know I am a lover of the green. This is a beautiful green. For some reason, I don't know what I was doing with this bead, to be honest. It gets better as we go along. The white that I'm using is Moyra's Moon White. So it's a full Moyra acrylic system. I've put a clear base down on the ring, the middle and the thumb. Obviously I didn't need to on the pinky and the index because it's having a core powder on there. You do not need to put the clear down and it's all part of the same system. So again, it's not important to have that down. So I am covering up a lot of this pink. Now it didn't have to all be covered up because I am going to be coming in with some glitter as well. Originally I was going to do full glitter, but then as I was doing it I was like, ooh no, let's try a little bit of swooshy. I don't know what it is, but it just didn't want to stick to that part of my, that part there. Yeah, don't know. Anywho, obviously I've done all of my cuticle work. I've done all of my prep work, so it's all been filed back. We've got rid of any lifting. I generally don't have a lot of lifting. I always know that there is one thumb, which is on my right hand, which will always have a bit. It's because of application. Trying to do your thumbs on yourself is hard. You're at completely different angles than you are when you try to do your fingers, and obviously doing it left-handed, yeah. I will always get a little bit of something go, you know, not a lot. And we're not talking about mammoth them out here. It's just, yeah, if I'm going to have a bit of lifting, that's where it is. So the rest of my nails generally don't have a lot going on. But you just make sure that if you did have any, it's all far back. I've been using the Pro Bond, I think it is, from Gelish, which is an acid-free primer. And I'm really, do you know what? I've been quite impressed with it, to be honest. I thought maybe I'd end up with a lot of lifting, which I haven't. You'll see in next week's video the disaster that is my other hand, and yeah, it's labelled Pinky Doom because it is. I've had an accident and ow, yeah. So anybody that's squeamish, don't tune into next week's. And then the design, it's a bit of a fail. But hey, if you've been with me long enough, you know you get my good stuff, you get my fails, we get everything in between, we get me playing around. It's a bit of everything. This hand, however, it went really, really well. I was really chuffed with this set. The pink set, I wasn't chuffed with it, and I mean, Jesus, could I make it any thicker, really? I just, you know, I said in those videos, I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't my best. I wasn't happy. But I sat down on this day to do these nails, and it was a good day. You know, kids were happy. I was happy. It just, it was a good day. I was really chuffed with this. Like I said, I wanted to try some slightly different techniques. So here on the middle finger, this is going to be a full layer of the Venus, which I think it is an amazing green. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now I want a good coverage on this nail because it is going to be on show, so I need to make sure that everything is covered on this one. Obviously I've just spotted a little something there, so I'll just come in and just fill that in. Okay, and then the thumb is going to be exactly the same as the ring finger, but it's going to be the opposites of it. It's always a shame because you never get the thumb in the pictures. You know, the tiny little box they give you to put a picture in for these videos, you never get to appreciate the thumb. And I like the thumbs. You know, how rude. Very, very rude. Anyway, I'll start fiddling with this nail in a moment. Possibly, potentially. Right, so here we go. So the thumb, you kind of work backwards rather than... So, you know, when you're doing a full... You start from the tip and you're working back, but it's a completely different angle. You know, it's the opposite of what you do for your fingers. And it doesn't always go to plan. So I'm just going to speed through this bit and we'll get to the next part. It's glitter time! And today I'm using Glitter Fairy and this is called Orchid. Oh, look at this baby. Oh, nom 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 nom. I have sped this up because I messed around with this glitter so much I bored myself watching myself back. I'm like going, oh my goodness, what? So I have sped this up for you so you don't all fall asleep. Unless, of course, you're trying to use this to fall asleep, in which case... I don't think that would work anyway because I talk far too much. But you see, it's a perfect glitter with this colour Venus underneath and that glitter on top. So you see, I've kind of swooshed it, but it's not an S swoosh. No, I don't really do a lot of the S swoosh. I don't know why, but I don't. Yeah, maybe I should. Never thought about it, to be honest. So the thumb is going to swoosh the other way, the other direction to the pinky. Now, some of the coverage wasn't that great, and by the time I put the glitter on as well, it wasn't covering where I was. So I did come back in with just some tiny, weeny ickle beads of Venus just to help cover some of that up as well. Yeah, just to improve the coverage a bit, because, you know, you can still see some of the pink underneath. And as much as, I mean, I love pink and green together, in fairness. I do, I really do. But not for this design. That was not the plan. So, there we go. We've done the glitter. We are going to move on. Which bit am I doing now? Water decal. Right, so I've put this water decal in the water for about 20 seconds. I'm going to peel it off. Because this is just a tiny decal, I thought, you know what, I'll just use my set of tweezers for this. I wish I'd used a stamper because, as you'll see, trying to get this off my set of tweezers, you know, I wanted to just move it slightly. It wasn't in the right place as it came down. And then could I get it off? No. And then I'm having to try and move my hand, and in the end I went, I pretty much got it where I wanted it to be. I was happy with it, so it wasn't a major one. But this nail has not yet been capped. So I wanted to try capping over the top. And I wanted to see if the decal would deteriorate or anything like that if I did that. And it didn't. It was all absolutely fine. So encapsulating water decals. I must say though, I had those water decals on my nails for 3 weeks. I didn't chip them. I didn't lose any part of them. They held. So I don't think it particularly matters whether you encapsulate or you don't. But it gives you that option that if you do then want to put glitters and stuff like that around, that you can encapsulate over the top to, to keep them all nice and safe. So this is also slightly different. Normally, when I would come along with some of this cristalina webbing, which is from Smilies Glitter Store, and it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. I love this stuff with a passion, and it comes with so many different colours. It's epic. But I would normally stick it down and then I would encapsulate over the top with clear acrylic. This time I wanted to see whether or not you could use this in gel designs or, even gel polish designs. So I have stuck it to the nail with some tip glue, and I'm coming over the top now with some base coat and I'm kind of floating it over to try and get into all of those little nooks and crannies, okay? Hold my hand upside down. Thank you, Natalie Mugridge, for this tip because it's a good tip. And I saw her do this trick as well, which is why I wanted to do it. So what I've done is I've already top coated that as well. So I've done a base coat, I've done it one top coat, and now I'm coming in to file it to get all of those little dips and nooks and everything off it to flatten it down. Now, because you put a base coat and a top coat on it, you're less likely to file through the down to the material. You're just getting the lumps and bumps off the top, and then you're going to put another top coat over the top. There is only, the index finger turned out absolutely perfect. Really, really chuffed with that. The pinky needed a bit more work to it, which is a shame. But the pinky was the one I did first, and then so I learned as I went along. So it proves the fact you can use this in gel designs as well. It's great. Now, we're on to the best part ever. This is top coat time, and it is beautiful. This set is epic. I love this set, and I really hope you guys have loved it too. Thank you so much for watching me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!